We about to start phase 3. Phase 3 is here, okay? We're gonna get water on this fruit garden, a major fruit garden. Man, this is insane. I'm excited. I'm gonna get this pump up and running. We're gonna mount the clock, rain sensor, everything electric proof. Everything is running off its own source of power, okay? We're going solar, okay? We're living off the grid. And it's gonna get done right by ProGreen standards, baby. Let's go.
All the gauges will be mounted right here, okay? Electrical valves right here, and the pressure tank, all right? And the pressure tank. The clock is gonna be right here, battery powered, and the rain sensor wires are gonna be snaked in right here on the rail, so that way everything is nice and neat.
All right, y'all, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get this main line connected. We gotta put on the ball valve, okay? We gotta put on the T, get the main line ready for the electrical valves, okay? That way we can start there. That's a good starting point. Knock all those stuff out the way. Put in the pressure tank behind me. We're gonna put it right under the solar panel, and then start making some magic happen.
All right, first things first, we're gonna start gluing the fittings on, putting on the male adapter nice and tight. Use Teflon tape now, all right? And then we're gonna just put all of our PVC fittings together. Make sure you use primer, okay? Primer activates the glue, makes it seal better, makes it more tough, all right? What a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day to be doing irrigation. And these are the fittings here for the hose bib and the pressure gauge.
All right, so we got everything set. Now we're gonna put on the pressure gauge, hose bib, and then we're gonna start doing some digging. We love digging.
Putting on the final touches for the pressure gauge and the hose bib. You notice we have a shutoff valve. That's important. That way if you have any issues with the main line, you can shut water off right there and keep things going.
All right, let's start digging for the valves.
Oh yeah, time to sweat. This is one of the important parts of the job right here, is the width and the depth of your trench. Our main line is 2-inch. So we had to have this ditch at least 12 to 15 inches, okay? And we gotta dig a nice square hole for the electrical valves, okay? I like to have a nice big hole, not because I'm a big guy, but you have room to work with, and cut your fittings nice and neat. That way there's no leaks, okay? There's a plumbing saying, okay? Measure twice, cut once. And that's a serious slogan. And it all depends on the size of your ditch. Okay? You see how I'm doing that? That's how I gotta look.
All right, so now we're gonna have to do a manifold, okay, commercial style. We got 2.5-inch valves. Okay, we're pushing 75 gallons a minute. Okay, so we're gonna need the right kind of valves for it, okay? Set up a manifold, and then we're gonna get everything set and ready. So when we start plumbing this in, we got no interruptions. We're gonna put the pressure tank in. I'm gonna put a little tee off here for the pressure tank, and we're gonna get things moving. Let's get to work.
When it comes to a sprinkler system, everyone always sees the sprinkler head pops up and rotors are spraying. But the work that's involved in a sprinkler system, especially on a commercial end, you don't have a clue. But I'm here to show you exactly why this type of plumbing is necessary to keep your lawn watered efficiently and also make life a little easier for you. Okay, you can see I'm putting in all the fittings, getting my manifold right. And then this is how it's gonna look when it's all done. This is how it looks when it's all done. You see? We got everything primered up, right? Fittings on clean, okay? We got the extra T extension for the pressure tank. Now let's take this manifold over, and then we're gonna dig our valves and plumb everything together. This is how it looks, okay? We got all the plumbing in, you see, the manifold's in, the T extension for the pressure tank, and then the other side is for a hose bib. We're gonna be adding hose bibs because it's a pressurized system. Let's go ahead and start getting this tank ready. All right, y'all, now we're gonna go and put in the pressure tank and get everything plumbed up, and then we put the clock in, rain sensor, and then we get all the prep work done. Save all the hard getting work for tomorrow and the day after that. Let's go, man. Day in the life of ProGreen, phase 3. All right, guys, we got the pressure tank exposed. Let me show you something real quick. The average pressure tank takes about 1.25" male adapter or 1" male adapter, you know, on your small commercial residential home. Now, of course, the bigger the pressure tank, you know, you might need 1.5" inlet or a 2", but right now this one takes 1.25", so make sure you look at the inlet before you purchase your pressure tank. All right, so we got it exposed. Now we're gonna get it under the solar panel right there and get everything plumbed in, and then after that we start getting the clock in, man. All right, so we have the tank over. All right, now we're gonna start plumbing it in and tying it into that fitting that I showed you in the last clip. The reason why this is needed, because the pressure tank keeps a certain amount of air inside the bladder. There's a bladder inside that blue tank. And when it fills up with water, it sends pressure back to the pressure switch, okay? The pressure switch clicks off, which then shuts the system off, you know, because the bladder's filled, which then disconnects a relay built inside the pressure switch, okay? A little relay or a little, like small little solenoid, whatever you want to call it. It's a relay, basically, it's a relay. Okay, it's important, or else your pump will just keep running if you don't have a pressure tank connected. This way you can run your hose bibs or anything you want. And also, fun fact, it helps preserve the life of the pump. Okay, it helps preserve the life of the pump, because when you open up a hose bib, the pump is not kicking on because all the water bleeds out of the pressure tank, right? And there's a pressure switch, see? The water bleeds out of the pressure tank. And then once all the water is out of the pressure tank, then the pump kicks on. So the pressure tank also serves as a little rest. It basically saves the pump from having to shut on and shut off all the time when you're using it, which is good. You gotta have a pressure tank. Now let's put this pressure switch on. Watch how I do it real quick. All right, y'all. So we got Hunter. Okay, we got the Hunter Hybrid, okay? Basically, it runs off of AA batteries, about 12 of them. I think 12 or 6, I'm sorry, 6 of them, okay? The lifespan on those batteries with these clocks is about a year, every time when I use them, okay? Completely off the grid. We got 9-volt solenoids on the valves. Sometimes you don't need an electrician. You go this way, that way you stay off the grid. Just buy a bunch of batteries or get the solar powered. They have the solar powered one too that you can get sunlight from. But this one here, to me, is more bulletproof. That way, if you don't have no sunlight, you can still run because you got batteries, okay? The batteries go right in there. Your clock works. The batteries go right in there, your clock works, okay? So let's get this mounted and get the rain sensor up, and that'll be it for the day. Now you guys have seen me install clocks on my other videos. Okay, you put one screw in to get the clock on, right? And drill holes. In the middle, you got 3 holes in the middle to keep that clock sturdy. Okay, we're gonna put a little Schedule 40 pipe here to run our wires through to carry the 9 volts to the solenoids. Yeah, we got that through there. And then we're gonna get it up inside a groove. There's a groove in the clock, we can get it through. All right, we got the wires in there, we got the clock mounted. Let's go ahead and get that rain sensor mounted. And then we're done for the day. We clean up and then the real work begins. All right, you see how I'm standing up high here? I got the rain sensor mounted right there. That way it's in the open. That way enough water can hit it to be able to trigger the clock and turn it off, okay? Now we're gonna go back down. We're gonna snake the wires through. Snake the wires through and get into the clock. Backfill some dirts. And then that'll be it for the day. And then, like I said, we get ready for the real work. All right, rain sensor mounted. We got all the wires snaked through. Okay, kind of camouflaged in. Right? The wires are camouflaged in. All the way down into the clock. So I'm not gonna wire things up because, you know, we're not this kind of a prep phase, but we got it out the way. So now I'm just gonna just close all this up and get ready for the wheel work. Okay. All right, let's close it up. And that way we don't have these wires exposed. And that way I can focus on the install for the following day. Okay, I'm excited. I love doing these large installs because it requires more water, more pressure. It's been a pleasure, man. All right, so we got everything in. As far as the prep work, we got all the electrical done, okay? We got the rain sensor mounted. We got the valves in for this phase, okay? And we got the mainline stub up for the hose bibs, okay? Now, when we're out here, I can work, get all the plumbing in, and then all the easy stuff is done all in sequence, all right? Day in the life of ProGreen. It's me, Ken. And come with me. Come see what I do every day. Y'all be easy.